your backs will be effective.
Now, this is a fairly firm AstroTurf, or artificial turf, I should say, to begin with. So in this rain, it's going to become very slippery. On first down, Farrell. Now check it, that was second and short. Farrell picks up the first down for the Cardinals at the Ram 36. Doss and Reed made the stop for L.A.
St. Louis first and 10 at the Rams 36.
Farrell's really emerged this year as an effective all-purpose player for St. Louis. 330 yards rushing coming into this game. He's also caught a lot of balls.
Lomax has mixed things up very well this series. He's not had any pressure on him at all.
J.T. Smith hangs the ball up in the air, and it was there for the taking, but neither Collins nor Gray could grab it.
Real quick release on Neil Lomax's part, the real short set, because it's a quick slant. You see this receiver taking his quick slant inside. Lomax would like to have that one back a little low. It's almost tipped up, almost intercepted.
Low or not, you won't often see J.T. Smith drop that ball.
True. He's come up with those all year long. But Neil Lomax is mixing up everything. He's mixing up the screens and the draws, the quick slants, the normal drop backs, keeping the Ram defense off balance. Second
and 10 against 6 defensive backs. You run the draw, Kenny?
It wouldn't be a bad call here. There it is.
Thank you. Rams smelled it too as Gray and Cromwell came up to make the stop.
The only problem with running draw on second down and long is it's a tendency for almost all NFL clubs to run a draw on second and long. That is a tendency that the Rams have on offense. Talked to Gene Stallings, and he said one of their big tendencies was to draw on second down.
Yeah, you got to figure if we're smart enough to know what's coming, the defense probably does.
I'm sure
too.
they do down there, yeah. Good call, Jim.
Well, maybe not. Picked up 3. It's 3rd and 7 now from the 33.
Shotgun.
Good play by Cromwell. Short of first down yardage. Stump Mitchell with the catch. Now, which team will Gene Stallings bring on? Wilcher and Jeter were in the face of Neil Lomax on that play.
How about a fake field goal, Jim?
Yeah, this deluge is going to make it difficult as the rain is really coming down now. It's going to make it difficult for Cliff Stout to get a good hold on the ball.
Their field goal percentage is 45%, something like that over the last 2 or 3 years. It would be easy to imagine a fake here.
Gallery will be trying from 48 yards out.
Cliff Stout, a quarterback's the holder.
Gallery made a 44-yarder earlier. And Stout wants timeout. Could it be that they had that fake on and Stout saw something he didn't like in the defense?
Very possible. Very possible. Calling a timeout like that, Jim, now, I think that'll alert everybody, and I wouldn't know. Maybe we ought to call it off this time.
I think maybe. Maybe they'll do something a little different. Flag down, and that is not a penalty. Rather, it is that the officials now must deal with a clock that kept running at a time when it should have been stopped. And now they're going to call a delay of game penalty against the Cardinals.
What was the delay?
Well, I don't know. Maybe Stout's timeout call wasn't acknowledged, and he simply walked away without effectively getting the timeout. And now they are out of field goal range as a result of the penalty and must send in the punting team. So if in fact that's what happens, it turns out to be a very bad break for St. Louis.
No doubt.
And now the clock does run as Cater waits at midfield. Tries to kick it out of bounds.
Oh, looks like it's going to be a
does.
Oh, great kick.
You can see where the official went at the 2-yard line.
Maybe the penalty was a blessing.
So the Rams will start under the gun, and the Cardinal defense will try to produce some pressure. With 11 minutes and 1 second to go in the fourth quarter, Here is a look at what's happened in the game. The Rams have gotten a lot of offense from White and a controlled passing game from Everett. But Lomax has been able to put points on the board for St. Louis. And under the arch in Busch Stadium, it is 24-24 with 11:01 to go, and the pressure really on the Rams now, Kenny, as in a driving rainstorm, they get the football at their own 2-yard line.
Well, here's where we learn an awful lot about Everett. Is this type of situation. The whole length of the field to go. It's getting late in the game. The score is tied. Learn a lot about the young man in this kind of circumstances.
Charles White, number 33, likely to be the man that Everett will choose to try to punch out a little field position here. And he's got it as White breaks across the 10-yard line to about the 12 before Lonnie Young made the stop for St. Louis. Where was the middle of the Cardinal defensive line?
Here you are, Jim, playing tailback, number 33, Charlie White. It's just a man-on-man blocking. You see Slater, 78, taking on his man. You see you see Gooman, who did an excellent job on Nico Noga, and that's one of the things that you want your defense to do when you get a team pinned in, is to keep them pinned in so you can come out of this with good field position.
It is David Hill who is windmilling his arm there, trying to fire up the Rams and get some emotion for a team which desperately needs it. It's been a rough 3 weeks for David Hill. He is Eric Dickerson's closest friend. And on the day following Dickerson's departure from L.A., this man was literally distraught.
Real close friends. You hate to see a close relationship that you make over the course of years, playing together, winning together, losing together. You hate to see a guy move on.
And, of course, if the Rams go away from the running game, Hill may be losing more than just a good friend.
Yes, the receiving part of the tight end situation has been Damone Johnson.
On 2nd and inches, it is Gooman who pounds ahead for the first down. So the Rams meet the challenge as they get the football down deep and carve out a first down on the ground. Carter made the stop for St. Louis. Scores of other games. The Dickerson-led Colts on top of Miami. The Jets lead on an O'Brien touchdown pass. Minnesota with Kramer in has the lead. Cleveland cruising against Buffalo. Warren Moon trying to do it again for Houston. Washington has Doug Williams in the game, replacing Jay Schrader. First down 10 for Los Angeles. White cuts inside. Has about 4 before Leonard Smith made the stop.
Trying to work the ball out of there on the ground. Nothing fancy. It's just that pitch sweep to Charles White. The little quick hitters in the middle to try to get out, try to get some type of field position where they can open things up, start spreading the ball around a little bit. Steve Deals, backup quarterback on one side. Coach Robinson, frustrated, concerned.
The onus on the offensive line of the Rams to keep doing the job in this drive. Veterans out there playing for pride. 2nd down 7. Big hole on the right side for White. Doug Smith, the center, is a 10-year veteran. Hara, a 13-year veteran at right guard, being replaced by Duval Love today. Jackie Slater in his 12th year at the right tackle, and Hill, the tight end, is in his 12th year.
Older, very experienced offensive line, doing it when they need to do it the worst. He's coming out of their own territory, reestablishing field position.
And White, who had 166 yards against Pittsburgh in a replacement game, has 171 yards today. Here's more Charles White. And this time the Cardinals have an answer in the person of Rod Sadler, a rookie defensive end out of Texas A&M. Those jerseys are getting dark on the Cardinal side because we are watching a steady downpour right now in Busch Stadium. Just a heave. There was nothing there.
Stride for stride with him, Carl Carter.
Carter defending. 3rd and 10 at the 28.
Correction on the Houston score, as it is the Oilers cruising over Pittsburgh. That was Jimmy the Greek's big upset pick today. Oilers over Pittsburgh. Let's give Jimmy Snyder credit on that one.
St. Louis right here, they haven't been able to generate much of a pass rush all year. They've had to use Leonard Smith and their linebackers to try to do that. Here's the time right here as they need to put some pressure on everybody.